From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
Good evening. Mitt Romney today released his tax returns for the year 2011. And in the world of politics, anything a campaign or a politician releases on a Friday afternoon is very often not something they'd like to stress as a positive. Romney has talked openly about his business success, his high net worth, and others sure have. And sure enough, he made over $13 million from his investments last year. He also overpaid his tax obligation, so he would end up in about a 14% tax bracket. He had an option of paying even less, which would have put him in some true rarefied air. While this was going on, his Veep nominee, Paul Ryan, was facing a tough crowd of seniors today. We have it all covered tonight with our team, beginning with NBC's Peter Alexander, traveling with the Romney campaign. Peter, good evening.
Brian, good evening to you. It has been a rough couple of weeks for the Romney campaign, now trailing in the polls. And by putting out Romney's tax returns today, the campaign is hoping it can put this issue to bed so it doesn't have to deal with any more negative headlines closer to the election.
Campaigning in Las Vegas today and under pressure for months to be more transparent about his personal finances, Mitt Romney released his 2011 tax returns, revealing that he and his wife Ann paid nearly $2 million in federal taxes on income of nearly $14 million, largely from investments, a tax rate of 14.1%. That's slightly more than the 13.9% rate the couple paid in 2010. The average middle-class American family pays roughly 13%.
He showed $1,935,000 of U.S. government interest through his various trusts.
Last year, the Romneys also donated more than $4 million to charity, including $3 million to the Mormon Church. By releasing the documents, the campaign hopes to put to rest all the attention on Romney's personal wealth and diffuse claims he's gamed the system.
The word's out that he hasn't paid any taxes for 10 years.
A claim his opponents have never backed up, and one Romney has repeatedly denied.
But I pay all the taxes that are legally required, and not a dollar more. I don't think you want someone as the candidate for president who pays more taxes than he owes.
But in today's release, the campaign admitted that Romney didn't claim nearly $2 million in deductions that he was entitled to, which tax experts say could have lowered his rate to less than 10%. The campaign explained that the move allowed him to fulfill another campaign pledge, that he never paid less than 13% in the last 10 years.
There's no law that says you have to take every deduction you're entitled to.
Advisors deny the timing, late on a Friday afternoon with fewer people paying attention, was politically motivated. One telling NBC News they were released, quote, because they were done. Today, the campaign also posted a summary of Romney's tax records dating back to 1990, but with no specific details.
It would be much better for people to see it for themselves, for professionals to see it for themselves, whether or not these returns do substantiate his claims.
The Romneys insist the issue is now closed. Peter Alexander, NBC News, Las Vegas.